Hello my dear students, hope you guys are all doing good. Hope you are all perfectly fine. So in this video, I want to address one of the most important concern which most of the students are having in their minds, which is relating to how many hours you have to spend each day on your studies so that you can get qualified in your CA exams, be it your CA inter examination, be it your CA final examination. So how many hours you are required to spend each day on studies so that you can clear your examination. So this is what the concern which most of the students will have. And if I'm not wrong, you might have already heard a few people say, or you might have already received a suggestion from few people that you need to spend 17 hours a day, 18 hours a day on your studies in order to get qualified in the CA examination. So this is what you might have heard from some people, or this is what the suggestion you might have received from few people asking you to spend 17 hours, 18 hours a day on your studies. So a doubt will come in your mind, sir, am I really required to spend 17 or 18 hours a day on my studies so that if I want to get qualified, am I required to spend that much amount of time on each day? See, I don't know how people can say you have to spend 17 hours or 18 hours on your studies. I don't get the logic here. If you ask me personally, that much effort is not required. It is definitely not required. See, let me share you my experience. When I was a student, when I was preparing for my either CA inter examination or CA final examination, when I sit and recollect, I'm not able to remember even a single day where I have spent more than 12 to 13 hours of time on my studies. I'm not able to remember, which means I have not done it. Never in my studies, never when I am a student, I have spent more than 12 to 13 hours on my studies, and I am comfortable and I have qualified all my levels of CA examination in my first attempt, and even I am able to secure 2 times all India ranks. So I would say this much effort of 17 hours or 18 hours a day is not required. It is just a misconception. So if you spend an average of 10 to 12 hours somewhere in between per day, that is enough. That is enough. So I would always suggest the students to do one thing. Don't measure how many number of hours you are studying. Don't keep any target that I have to read 17 hours, I have to read 18 hours. That much effort is not required. What I would suggest you is whatever time you are spending on studies, that could be 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, whatever it is, spend it qualitatively. Spend it with a lot of concentration. Spend the time without any deviations, without any distractions. Please be completely focused on that 9 or 10 hours per day. That will be more than enough. More than enough, guys. See, let me give you an analogy to understand. We all know eating food gives us energy. Eating food gives us energy. Are we eating throughout the day? No. In the same way, yes, learning, reading, spending the time on learning the subject will increase your knowledge. Agreed. But you should not do it too much. Too much of doing anything is dangerous. See, you are reading continuously, you are reading for 17 hours, 18 hours. Then, when you are giving the time for your brain to store it, arrange it, see, our mind, our brain needs the time to process the content. That processing will happen when you are taking rest. What most of the students will do a mistake is they will compromise on their rest, and they will, out of fear of the examination, they will spend even more time than required. So you are doing a mistake here. You are not giving enough of time for your mind to process the content. That is why you don't remember. So spend enough of time on your studies, somewhere around 10 to 12 hours each day, and take enough of rest. Proper amount of rest is required. Why? Because it is during that resting phase where whatever we have read, that will be processed. If the information is processed correctly, then only you will be able to recollect it. If you are keep on reading it, if the mind is unable to process it, what is the purpose of spending that much long hours on studying? It is completely useless. So what I would suggest you is take on an average some 10 to 12 10 to 12 hours of time each day. But whatever time you are using, whatever time you are spending on your studies, you have to do it without any deviation, without any distraction. No deviation, no distraction. Get away from all your digital devices. Concentrate only on your studies. Don't get distracted. If you have maintain a schedule, this is also one thing which I will suggest. Maintain a schedule. So like for example, you are starting your studies by 9 o'clock, you want to end it by 8 o'clock. Try to divide the time. Whatever this time you have, try to divide the time. Don't read only one subject or don't read only two subjects during this entire time span of a day. Try to divide the entire day into different time slots of 2 hours each. In each 2 hours, you will be learning one particular subject. For example, 9 to 11, you have to spend your time on preparing for accounts. 11 to 1, allocate it for some other subject. Like for example, allocate it for theoretical paper like law. After that, take an hour for lunch. So once you have had your lunch, you have done some relaxation, you have taken a short nap, then once again come back to the studies, 2:30 to 4:30. This time you allocate it for another subject. So like this, try to divide your entire day into different time slots. In each time slot, you prepare one particular subject. The next time slot should be utilized for other subject. And even you can play with the combination of first problematic, then theoretical, problematic, theoretical, problematic, theoretical. So in this way, if you plan it properly, without any deviation, without any distraction, spending 10 to 12 hours a day will also be more than enough. Trust me, I have done it. That worked for me. That will definitely work for you also. Okay, so this is what one of the main concern. In the last few days, I have heard, I have received questions from few students. So they are asking, sir, how many hours we have to read? Sir, am I really required to spend 17 or 18 hours a day? I don't have that much capacity to concentrate, sir. I can't stay for that much amount of time for studies. Don't worry, even I am also not able to spend that much amount of time on my studies. Even I am also unable to do it. So don't concentrate on number of hours you are studying, but utilize the time qualitatively. Don't concentrate on quantity, and instead you focus on qualitatively utilizing the time. So this is what the suggestion I would give you from my side. If you have any more concerns, as other students are approaching me out to get their issues resolved, if you have any queries regarding your preparation, if you face any concerns regarding your preparation, always try to reach out to me. And if I find that that issue is worth explaining, definitely I will make a video like this that will help that will be for the common good of all the students who are preparing for their examination. So don't hesitate, please feel free to reach out to me. If you have any concerns, if you have any issues, always feel free to contact me. I will be always there to help you out. Clear everybody? So that's all I wanted to clarify through this video, guys. Hope this video will help you out. So thank you so much. Thanks for your patient listening. Bye guys, take care.